Welcome to Sparks Catch Up with the Community Leaders, where every other Friday, the United Way of Greater Yankton Spark Connections for Community programs host conversations with community leaders from local services and nonprofits in the hopes of catching up to find out how they've been, what they've been going through with us last year. So my name is Todd Brandt. I'm a commander with the Yankton Police Department and currently the president of United Way Spark Connections Community Executives Committee. Today, our guest is Sheila Steffen, Systems of Care Coordinator with Lewis and Clark Behavioral Health Services. Sheila, how are you doing this morning?
I'm good.
Good to see you. It's been a while. So
It has been, definitely, yes.
Well, welcome, Sheila, and thank you for being here with us today. And I'd like to start off by finding out what is Systems of Care? Tell us a little bit about yourself and your organization and what you do.
Well, Systems of Care was started by Jennifer Powell in September of 2014 in the Yankton community here. And it has just grown tremendously since then. Lewis and Clark actually has 5 positions now that do Systems of Care. And it's also grown statewide. So there's statewide Systems of Care coordinators throughout South Dakota. So the little program that Jennifer started here has just spread, and it's amazing because it helps a lot of families. So mainly our purpose, or what we do, is connect families with resources. So any of the community agencies in Yankton or the areas that we cover, because we also have coordinators in some other areas. So we connect them with the resources in Yankton and work closely with the Yankton School District, lots of other agencies, nonprofits as well. We go a step further with the families too, and we can help them complete applications for like low-income housing, job applications, some of those things that kind of get in, barriers that get in the way for families because it can be burdensome to complete those applications, even for me sometimes. So helping them through those processes, and then having contact with the community organizations where those applications have been submitted, just helping them through that, additional supports for them. Just doing anything we can in any area of their life where they might need some extra support.
Fantastic. Making sure no families fall through the cracks in the Yankton area, which we can't thank you enough for the work that you and Jennifer have done in the community. So thank you very much. So next, kind of share with us some of the challenges that you had to face. I'm sure there had to be some issues with COVID that you guys have had to overcome over this last year. Tell us a little bit about that.
Sure. Yeah, it really has just taken a toll on a lot of families. We continued to work throughout it, being essential workers and just trying to make sure that did look a little bit different with more phone contacts, texting, that sort of thing, less in-person type things. But we, families had a loss of work, which loss of work due to quarantine or just factories or businesses shutting down, which then just led to more and more problems for the families, unable to pay their rent or mortgage, unable to pay utilities, food insecurities, all of those types of things. And so what we did is we kind of brainstormed and tried to come up with some ideas that we could help families. And we were able to get some funding through the state of South Dakota, and we did like food boxes. My office actually looked like a grocery store at one point in time. So we did some food boxes. We also did, another thing that we saw is people couldn't really get out and about because you were supposed to be at home and not doing things. Right. So we did some like recreational type boxes for families, and we included just a variety of different games, just things, books, markers, colors, crafts, things that we could think of that families could, utilize at home, and maybe try to alleviate some of that stress for parents as they're dealing with kids being at home, during that time. During the summer, we also worked with the Yankton School District and picked up and delivered lunches to families weekly. Usually it was twice a week that the pickups were. And so just making sure that those kids were, getting those meals, because a lot of our families are the ones that really needed
Right.
those, and struggle with that. So
That's fantastic that not even a pandemic can keep our community down. And it's agencies such as yours that reinstill in the fact of us that we're a collaborative community and that we all look out for each other. So thank you for all that you have done and what Lewis and Clark has done for the community too. So um, do you have anything else that you can share with us, upcoming events or anything that Systems of Care or any other programs that you guys are working on in the near future?
I would just say that we are just very committed to working with families in the Yankton community and networking with all the community agencies. And so we just, our goal is just to continue to do that and to support families. And we have had growth with Jennifer's position. She is retired now. We miss her greatly, but there was just one position, and so it's grown now to 5. And I can see that there may be a need for even more expansion. So there are some coverage areas, counties that we don't have systems of care coordinators in. So that might be something coming up in the future that we could maybe possibly have positions that would cover those areas also.
Awesome. Well, Sheila, I just want to thank you again for all that you've done and that you're continuing to do. And that's really amazing to me that you guys have grown that much to 5 now. So that's fantastic that you're out there doing that. So thank you very much. And you take care and have a good day. And hopefully we'll look forward to getting back to meeting in person with their Spark communications with other leaders. So thank you again.
Sure. Sounds good. Thank you.
All right. So join us next time on Sparks Catch Up with Community Leaders, where we'll be speaking with Sherry Rogers-Conti, Southeast CASA's Program Director. And make sure to follow Spark on the Facebook page or look for these recorded conversations on the United Way of Greater Yankton's website at www.yanktonunitedway.org/spark. Have a great day to everyone and stay connected.